Hello everyone and welcome to Every Song Reviews. If you don't know what we do here, if you're like, I don't know what these videos are, who's this ugly dude in front of me? Basically what we do in this series is we take a musical project that I'm going to review soon, in this case, Alessia Cara's, I believe, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce her name, but Alessia Cara, something like that. Her new album, Know It All. We're gonna review that, but before we do the review, we're gonna do track reviews, and we're gonna review every single track that appears in her new album. It's gonna be so fucking awesome. It's gonna be so hype. Nice dreary day. I need some happy pop music to, like, get me back. And I need the feelings inside my body. What the fuck? Yeah, that's basically what we do here. That's our introduction. Around me, there should be some annotations. If you're like, oh, I just want to know what you thought of, Here, or Overdose, those tracks. You can just skip to those tracks. The annotations should be around my face or somewhere. I might be shooting my car for a little couple of these. I multitask. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let's move on to track 117. We're gonna review it here in a second. With that, let's start the reviews. Alright, first track, we're gonna review 17, the opening to her debut album. Basically, the idea of the track 17 is basically Alessia, she's saying, I wish I could be 17 forever, and she's like 19, so, to hear a person so young say like, oh, I wish I was younger and I wish I was like that forever, it's a little bit but if that doesn't actually affect the music. So what is going on with this track? Concept wise, she's like telling things her parents told her when she was younger, how she's taking that in now, how she's basically growing up, but the grass is always greener on the other side. She remembered when she was 17, and I guess that was best moments of her life. And as a person who was recently 17 and then turned 18 and will soon be 19, I get it. The past year of my life probably was a pretty big transition. And I get it. Like, I get the song. So the concept, I'm completely fine with that. I like the idea of, even though it's almost kind of overdone, the idea of, living forever, being young forever, staying young. It's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to stay on this earth as long as possible. So in the end, so many songs being about youth, I'm not gonna, like, go against that. As for the sound of this song, it's pretty standard pop music. I don't want to say generic pop, cause as uninsulting you can say it's generic pop, that's what it is. That sounds very insulting, but I don't mean it to be. I do really like this song. Alessia, she sounds, senpai, notice me. Her pipes, like, anytime I hear her sing, it's pretty whimsical, I was gonna say beautiful. And that goes for this song. I like the opening part with the oh, oh, oh. It's a very catchy song. I think it was a good way to start the album off. Very good song. I think that's it that I have to say for this one. I'm gonna give 17 a 3 out of 5. The next track, we have the big one. We have Here. Let's just jump right into it. I'll see you guys then. Alright, this is the big track. This song is currently charting. It's all over the radio. If I turn the radio on right now in my car, there's a pretty good chance it would play. I didn't, when I was introduced to this track, my friend Solomon, who does the music for the channel, the openings and such, he was was like, what's that one song with the I was like, I don't know, what is the name of that song? And then we kind of gathered some of the lyrics from the back of our memory banks, and then we typed them in, and then we found this song, and that's how I discovered her. And yeah, she has, I'm happy for her, because just seeing a artist who was, very, just doing covers on YouTube, to see her all over the radio, it's a good feeling, just like, even though I'm on the bandwagon here, but, not the point. I can pretend I wasn't. The idea of this track is this persona, she's playing, which, the album's titled Know It All, and in this track, she's kind of playing this character, this kind of teenage character the person at the party who's like not engaging, who thinks they're like too good for this. She's diminishing the other people around the party, and the parties I've been to, I was in this position. I don't think I had this mindset, but I was like, in the corner, avoiding people throwing up, and I've also done the opposite. And I like this persona, this mindset. I like that these people have a song to, gravitate towards. Other than that, the song follows her. She's diminishing these people. One thing I would like to note is these people, the guy throwing up, the girl gossiping, they are people, they have lives. So if you're ever in this position, don't, even though I get she's playing a character, and she doesn't even really play the character the rest of the album, don't think you're better than other people, no matter what the situation is. But for this song, I will accept it, because I really like the idea of the song. As for sound, it's very catchy. It's mostly just her, because the one problem I have with the song is the instrumental is a little bit, kind of lackluster, and she's like getting her own like kind of flow in there, and it's kind of just all her. The instrumental is very simplistic, and a lot of the album, the instrumentals are very simplistic. She, on the other hand, is just fucking killing it. I love her execution. I really do. I kind of wish she had some better instrumentals, but as for here, the hook is very catchy. It's a wonderful song. I really like the music video. I really just enjoy the track. I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna give Here, the big track in this album, a 4 out of 5. I love this motherfucker. It's a good song. Probably my favorite track on the album. That being said, I should go. I'll see you guys for track 3. Laters. Alright, we got track 3, Outlaws. This track is okay, just off the bat. Didn't really like it too much so far. Dipped down a little bit. That's okay. I've already listened to this album a couple times. And this one I always like kind of skim through. It's the idea, Alessia, she's in a relationship, and her and the other guy, they're gonna take on the world, and they're the Outlaws. It's so cute. The concept aside, it's kind of just more of the same. This album is very safe. It goes very, it doesn't push any boundaries, certainly. And I really like Alessia, and I like her voice, and her, again, just her execution. She fucking kills it. And I kind of wish she had more than just these kind of very simplistic, pop, instrumentals. And this idea is okay, but I kind of wish, she had, I'm getting really deep down to my car, avoiding people on the outside world. Yeah, I don't know. This track was alright. I'm gonna give this track a 2 out of 5. It's alright. We are a third of the way through. On to track 4. Alright, I believe we were on track 4, I believe. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm Yours. In this track, Alessia kind of returns to the character she played in here, where she was very, just kind of cynical, a little bit, self-centered. But I think the reason why I think the character is okay is, one, she's self-aware, and two, in this track at least, she, is accepting, even though she, basically the idea of this track is she, on the track here, she says, I don't need a boyfriend, and on this track, she's kind of getting a relationship, even though she doesn't necessarily want one. She said, she's been in past relationships that didn't work out too well. She has very good wordplay, by the way. And in this track, she's opening herself up and kind of letting herself change for the sake of this new relationship, and I love the concept of this track, and it really helps her character. I think that's why I liked her character and accepted it for here, is because this track tells me, oh, okay, she is self-aware of this character. She's kind of just playing along, and it's not like she's cynical the entire album. And I'm Yours. Again, very simplistic pop music. The instrumental on this one wasn't as bad, but, that's, I think, I don't know. That's saying something to say, that most of the instrumentals are bad. I don't believe they are. But I think her because you don't really need a giant instrumental. I mentioned this in my last review. It's what you do with it. And I believe the instrumental was there on this one, and she did well with it. I'm going to give I'm Yours a 3 out of 5. It's a good track. On to the next one. Alright, we are about to do some track reviews. Hopefully get this album, hopefully going to get it finished tonight, write the review tonight. All that good stuff. This track, 4 Pink Walls, track number 5 out of, I believe, 10. And Alessia Cara, I believe before this album dropped, she dropped an EP, and it was named after this track, and so this is kind of just a re-release. But I didn't feel like reviewing the EP. I thought we'd skip to the album, so do you like my shitty lighting? And the idea of this track is, it takes place before she's famous, and she's just in her bedroom all the time, and she's just dreaming of becoming big. There's she has really good wordplay, and I think she's a really good, songwriter. She's very young, and obviously probably really new at that. But just, it was like, I only had rooms for my dreams in my dreams, so I slept in repeats. She didn't say it all like that. I don't know why I said it like that. But, I really like the idea of the song. When the song finishes, it's after, she made it big, and she's like, man, I kind of miss those 4 pink walls. The 4 pink walls are just her bedroom, when she's, sitting by herself, thinking about the future. And again, it's playing towards, the character in here, which I know is also kind of like her, probably IRL. Just, not cynical, but, just, very, self-centered's a bad word, but, I don't know, but, just involved with herself, and thinking about herself. And even the track I'm Yours was very, just her, and not really about this other person. But I think that's kind of the idea of the album. So, and I fuck with the idea. That's just the concept. What does it sound like? It sounds a lot like the other tracks. Again, the instrumental, very simplistic. Her flow, I don't like using flow for a pop track, but I don't know what else to describe it. Her style, her rhythm, is very similar to the rest of the album. Very simplistic, but very catchy. And again, her beautiful voice. Oh, just
fucking A, it's beautiful. And so yeah, I think I like the perspective on this track. And I like that she like grows, and I just like the idea of it. Like she grows as a person, and I can see where she's coming from. I'm gonna give Four Pink Walls a 3 out of 5. Very nice little song. We got like 5 tracks left. Hopefully we'll get them all tonight. So I hope you like this new location. With that, on to track 6. See you then. Look what I got. Yeah. This track is titled Wild Things, and look what I got. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to do that. That was a shitty joke. Yeah, this track, track 6, I believe, titled Wild Things. Concept-wise, this one was a little bit, I was like, what does she mean here? I looked at the lyrics. The best I got from that was it's an anthem for outsiders, and the wild things are to describe the outsider people who are, differ from the norm, and it's an anthem for people who are like, we're so different. Not like a bad concept, but and it could work, but it wasn't really, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling this one. Sound-wise, it's more of the same, simplistic beat, she's just singing her heart out. This track I found a little more boring, a little more of the same, a little more just, I don't know, scattered. It wasn't as likable, I guess. As likable as she is, and her voice is, like, she needs more production, I think. I think she needs more features. I think she needs more interesting instrumentals. Not that the catchy pop instrumentals don't work. It's just do something. Because I think an interesting person should be paired with interesting music. And that's really all I have to say about this one. I'm gonna give Wild Things a 6 out of 10, which, for me, that's above average. It's okay. A little bit, it's not a bad track. It's Wild Things, It's okay. With that, on to the next one. Alright, next track. This track is titled Stone. It features a guy named, I'm going to look it up because Sebastian Cole. And what do I know about Sebastian Cole? Absolutely nothing. Oh, no, I want my purple lighting. Come back. There you go. I don't know anything about his music. I'm gonna guess he's one of those behind the scenes guys, just based off his performance, and I feel like that's just what he is. What's going on in this track? The track, the idea, they kind of say it all in the hook. There's not even really a hook. It's just like another part of the song. It sounds exactly the same as the rest of it, but I guess it's a hook. Basically, the hook says it's a love song, and she says, in this this world that just keeps going round and round, crazy, never stops, you are my stone. You're the thing that holds everything down. Very cute concept. I can get on board for the cute concepts. And that being said, this is probably my least favorite track. Because 1, it's the most boring. 2, the instrumental is just kind of a simple guitar, and the feature, a reason why I want her to have more features is because if you are doing the same thing for every song, which I'm not saying she's doing here, but she does kind of do it on this album, it helps to have guest features who are going to, mix it up a little bit, give it a break from you. I've been listening to you sing for 90 minutes. I think I could hear someone else for like just 30 seconds. But, this guy, Sebastian Cole, it's not even like a duet. He's just laced in there with her voice, and it was like he stepped into the studio and they're like, oh, here's the track we want you to feature on. And he just kind of heard it once and he's like, oh, play that last part, and just sang over the hook with her. And they're like, you kind of fucked that up. He's like, I don't care, steps out. They're like, okay, we'll just put him in the background, sort of, to her. And yeah, that's the song. It's kind of just a very like boring guitar strumming, like simple guitar love song. And I've seen her do good love songs, and I've seen her do just good songs in general. So I don't know with this one. It's not bad or anything, but it's just very boring, very simplistic. But the other songs were simplistic in a good way. This one's just kind of simplistic in a boring, not much going on here way. And that's about it. I'm going to give Stone a 2 out of 5. And that's being nice. It was just... And the next track is Overdose, which is like my favorite track probably. So, odd that those two are like right next to each other. But, on to the next track. Oh, and I overdose. This track is titled Overdose. Track 8, I believe. Damn, we are far. We are in it. Where's my purple lighting? There we go. What to say about this track? Before I said, this is my favorite track. I'm going to take that back. I think here's my favorite track. Not to say anything bad about this track. Very much enjoy this track. The idea of this track, I say track a lot. The idea of this song is, it's another love song. I think half his album is love songs. It's your pop music. You're gonna expect that. But, the idea of the song is she is overdosing on love, which is, and we take that idea and we make a whole song about it, and there you go. Not important. The important thing is she is singing her goddamn ass off. I saw her perform this live on just YouTube. And it was like the 5th video I saw of her, and she doesn't, like, she really is awkward. She, like, never knows what to do with her hands. It's kind of hilarious. Every time she's like, oh, and I overdose, and she's just, like, fucking everywhere with her hands. Like, that's the first sign that that person is uncomfortable, that their hands are like, oh, yeah, I don't like it. They're touching their face a lot. And yeah, even I have nervous habits on this thing where I'm like itching my nose too much. But yeah, that has nothing to do with this track. It's I love it when I see like even just like I saw like Fetty Wap, if you know who that is, obviously big person, who's he's like kind of like awkward in a situation, and then like on their music they're just like singing and yelling and all this other stuff. It's always great to see that, because it's like, the awkward person you're seeing isn't really them. Behind the curtain, they're probably more like the person who is singing. But yeah, this song has like levels, man. She's like, there's one part where it randomly like slows down for like 20 seconds, and she's like, and I overdose, and it's very beautiful, and then she's just like, big bridge, big fucking hook everywhere. It's just fire. And I appreciate, her going the extra mile with these songs. I know she's trying really hard. And, even with just a simple instrumental, that can do something. And I appreciate that. And I'm still just kind of conflicted on what to give the score, because it's between a 3 and 4 out of 5. between a 7 and 8 out of 10 if you bump the scale up to 10. And if you guys know me, I have an ass-pull rating when I can't decide 7 or 8 out of 10. And if you don't know about the scores on this channel, what are you doing? I make up the scores as I go, or I change up the numbers. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 11. Still confuses people how my ratings, but that's what they're meant to do. So yeah, 8 out of 11 for Overdose. Very, very good song. Yeah, and I believe we have 2 tracks to go before we are done. Yay, or not yay, depending on whatever you want. That being said, on to track 9, Stars. See you then. Alright, track 9, I think, next least favorite track on the album. No offense to the song, it's kinda boring again. Instead of just a simple guitar, now we have a simple piano, and it's her singing about another relationship, which doesn't really fit her character that she's been playing for the rest of the album. The idea is she's in this relationship, and this other, person and her are going to be stars, and basically that just means they have a really good relationship. And yeah, that's about it for concept wise, and sound wise it's just kind of a simple piano song. And I'm not saying that couldn't work with her, especially with her beautiful voice, and you know, just a nice guitar thing, but I need to be more interested than this. And honestly, both this and Stone could have been bonus tracks, because the bonus tracks, we're not going to review them unless I get like requested to review them. Maybe I'll do that on my second channel. But the bonus tracks are, you know, pretty good from what I've heard, and these 2 tracks are worse than those bonus tracks. So, I don't know how to feel about that. And then there's like another version of Here, which again, I wouldn't mind that be on the album over these 2 tracks. Yeah, and that's about it. Stars, it's, you know, I get it. This is her first album. There's gonna be some filler. There's gonna be some stuff that isn't as exciting, and I guess this is it. And my power went out. Fun. Yeah, Stars, I'm gonna give it, this is hilarious, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5, and with that, on to the next track. Fucking power went out. That's wonderful. Later.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the final track that we're going to review, Scars to Your Beautiful. Final track and Alessia Cara's debut album, Know It All. Been a pleasure doing this. I hope you guys just really, I'm sorry about the lighting and the unprofessionalism. Usually I try to do it better than this, if you're new here. And now we're in the fucking parking lot of Wendy's, because I'm a good friend and I pick up my friends from work sometimes. And, yeah, and we got people moving around me, and I gotta lower my camera so I don't look like a weirdo. This track, none of this has to do with this track. This track, the closing song, the concept, it's a song about body image, and it's a pretty, you know, if you could think, where does that go? It goes there. It's like, hey, you may think you're not beautiful, but you are beautiful on the inside. And I'm not saying that's a bad message, but I'm saying, everyone kind of has that message drilled into their brain at this point. And whether they follow it or not, that's kind of unrelated. It does have, you know, some good lines in there, and I have nothing against the concept. It sounds very much, you know, it has a good rhythm. It's The skies to you beautiful. It's a good song. I I'm a little unimpressed at this point, like with some of these tracks. That's not to say that they're bad. I'm just, when I heard Overdose and when I heard Here and even just 17, I was like very, those are very likable tracks. And now when we reach the end of this album, there's a couple of ones I'm like, I really don't care. And there's only 10 tracks on the album, so to know that, almost, I don't care for them, but about half of them even, I don't like them very much. But I don't think these are like so big of songs that, I don't think they're, reaching for such high expectations. So I think them not fulfilling that, it's not a big dealio. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's late. I'm fucking tired. I have work in less than 6 hours. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this Every Song Reviews. Again, I don't think I'm going to review the bonus tracks, but if you want me to, leave a comment. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on for Every Song Reviews. If there are bonus tracks, if I feel like reviewing them, I will. If not, maybe I will if you guys, leave a comment and push for it. Only you can get me to review the bonus tracks. Whether it'll be a separate video on this, a separate video on my second channel or not, I don't know. We're playing it by ear. But we have the album down. I'm gonna go home, write my goddamn review, fucking sleep, and fucking go to work. Fucking love my life. I really do though. I really enjoy, just doing what I do. And I enjoy not getting sleep. I enjoy, if there's anyone, who's made it this far, thank you. You mean the world to me. And we got more people who are probably looking at me, thinking I'm a weirdo. Filming in a car, outside of Wendy's. I guess that's what I do. I'll see you guys on the official review. I will see you then. I love you. Alessia Cara, know it all. Thank you for watching. With that, I leave you.